Hey everyone, this is WobblyWallaby. Since its release, Genos has been a very popular class for both PvE and PvP. Even with lower deposits and suboptimal gear, Genos can outdamage many classes. This class is great for the game since it gives magic users a chance to do well in weekly instances. Previously, it was rare to see magic users outdamage Novice Guardians and Rune Masters. Today I'm interviewing my friend SinXInferno from our guild Zenith, who has been doing very well with his build, and I'll show you how he achieved that. Stay tuned to find out. Let's begin with the interview. First, what is the origin of your in-game name? He replied, "It's my first name since I started playing Ragnarok since I was an assassin." Next, what is your history with classes in Ragnarok Mobile? He replied, "I started as an assassin, but later changed to a sorcerer to experience the magic classes, and I like the magical type of gameplay. I use Slayer, but it doesn't have the same DPS as Genos. Genos is more OP. Next, why did you choose Genos? He replied, "A friend gave me Genos because he told me that I was a good player, and since he knew that he had no money to spend on the game, he decided to give it to me. I don't have enough money to spend since it was very expensive in Mexico to invest in the game. He knew that I had no money to spend on the game, so he decided to gift me it." In some countries, the conversion rate to buy stuff in Ragnarok Mobile is very expensive, so it's great that his friend gifted it to him, as Genos was not cheap to buy for a lot of people. Also, if you aren't spending a lot of money in the game, you need a powerful class like Genos, which can do great damage for your Zenny investment. Contrast this with the auto attack Rune Master, which will not be effective without spending a ton of money on the game. If you do want to save money on this game, then try Smile.1. Smile.1 allows you to get discounted BCC and premiums for Ragnarok Mobile. They have been around for more than 8 years and have lots of global business partners for other games too. I'll put a link in the description if you want to check them out. Thanks to Smile.1 for sponsoring this video. Next, what are some minimum requirements to play Genos? He replied, "There is no minimum requirement. If one wants to progress with any job, we have to strive to be better day by day and little by little, and the progress will be reflected." Next, how well does Genos perform in PvE or boss hunting? He replied, "It is excellent. It has a lot of DPS so you can quickly kill the MVP." Next, how well does Genos perform in PvP? He replied, "For Genos to be strong in PvP, you must have all his runes with the second line unlocked, so you don't have the debuff to not be able to use skills." Next, what gear do you use? For offhand, he uses the plus 15 Devil's Skull. He has the plus 30% Ignore Magic Defense random attribute. He has the Insight enchant for 10% Ignore Magic Defense. For card, he uses the Wicked Sunflower Star card for lots of extra skill damage. Next, for armor, he uses the plus 15 Dream Eater's Disguise for Ignore Magic Defense and extra wind and fire attack percentage. The random attribute gives even more wind and fire attack percentage too. He has a Magic 2 enchant. For card, he uses the Heart card for MVP damage. Next, for garment, he uses the plus 15 Classic Robe for Ignore Magic Defense. He has the 12% skill damage random attribute. He has the Arcane enchant and uses the Mayfair Lens card for MVP damage. Next, for footgear, he uses the Orderly ankle boots for magic attack percentage. He has the Magic Penetration random attribute. He has the Arcane 3 enchant. For card, he uses the Nigel Bird card since it gives strength and vitality. Both of these attributes contribute to Genos damage. For accessories, he uses the plus 15 Red Rose hair clip for magic attack percentage. He has the Magic Attack Percentage random attribute. For card, he uses the Moonlight Tendrillion Star card for skill damage and extra damage to non-demi humans. For his second accessory, he uses the plus 15 Floral hair clip with the Magic Attack Percentage random attribute. He has the Anti-Mage enchant. For card, he also uses the Moonlight Tendrillion Star card. Next, for weapon, he uses the plus 10 Staff of Elemental Fusion. I asked him why he doesn't use the Synthesis version Unlimited, and he said he's saving up for a plus 15 Unlimited. The crazy thing is that he can deal so much damage even with the non-Synthesis version. For card, when I was inspecting him, he was using the Abysmal Knight Star card, and for his second card he swaps the Abysmal Knight card for the Firebird Cheery Star card for 25% more ignore magic defense. For headwear, he uses Music of Soul, which deals 25% magic damage to large monsters. This is the best in slot headwear for magic users. He uses the Norman card for MVP damage. Next, he uses Winter Crown, which can give an extra 9% skill damage. He has the Insight Enchant for ignore magic defense. For mouth, he uses Light Food for skill damage percentage and a chance to restore 5% SP. For back, he uses the +6 Encomious Movement for magic crit. He has a very nice Insight Enchant for ignore magic defense. For tail, he uses Peter Wendy for magic penetration percentage and the brief 5-second magic penetration plus 15% burst from its effect. For relic, he uses the Light Saint Ring for int, magic attack, and magic attack percentage. His wish list includes +15 unlimited, the Zanubia card for skill damage, and the Walter card for skill damage and final damage. Also, he said, for Genos full damage, you need to have Insight 4 enchants, so you can use the +15 Wisdom Totem with 18% magic damage random attribute. Next, what Oracle Mirror do you use? He uses the +10 Oath Book, page 2, for more magic attack percentage. Next, what is your advanced rune setup? Here's his rune placement so you can see how he puts his skill and attribute runes. Next, I'll inspect his runes. He has a level 4 core passive which gives him some nice survivability during modification. Here are his skill runes. 2 skill runes of interest for PvE are his Firepower Boost Star rune, which has a nice 26.8% damage increase for rechargeable Incendiary Gun. Also, for Thunder Dragon Impact Star rune, he has a nice +18 strength and vitality boost. Next, here are his attribute rune stats from his level 15 attribute runes. Next, what is your adventure handbook? He has 51% magic damage deposit and 2262 magic attack. This is a mid-game level handbook. Many people who started when the game first was released and are free to play can get around 30 to 40% deposit by now, so his stats are definitely attainable for semi-free to play players. Next, how do you allocate your attributes? He maximizes strength, vitality, and then the remaining into luck. Next, what are your stats? He has 66,000 HP, 11,000 SP, 20,000 magic attack, 52% magic penetration, variable cast time -25%, cast time is -3 seconds, 30% skill damage increase, 163.5% magic damage, 62% magic damage increase, 204.5% ignore magic defense. He hit the minimum 200% ignore magic defense required for legend instances. He has 2033 refined magic attack, 103% wind damage, and 103% fire damage. Next, what skills do you use? This is his skill bar, and he said, I use all skills manual and my order is Incendiary Gun, Rechargeable Incendiary Gun, Swift Momentum, Scan, Lightning Seal, and Electrical Gyration. Next, where can people find you? He said, via Discord, Inferno WD number 8460. Next, any shoutouts? He replied, greetings to all my friends, my guildmates, and the entire Ragnarok community. You can count on me when you need it. Next, let's see SinXInferno in action. Genos does very well in Thanatos Tower Legend on all floors. Besides being able to survive the explosions from the guard on the first floor, it can also destroy Wrathgrassi very easily. While we're waiting for Wrathgrassi to take damage, he lets the rechargeable Incendiary Gun go. He takes the top spot. Against the Tesseract, he can burst down the boss at a safer range compared to melee characters like Saitama and Novice Guardian. The explosion gets him, but after a few seconds he can recover due to his core passive modification. he is also able to get top spot here. For Isles and Museum, Genos does quite well there too. Legend Museum is particularly hard for many classes, but luckily Genos does really well against the dragon and its dragon summons. He comes back in to roast the dragons to death. He takes top spot here too. Thanks to SinXInferno for answering my questions and also sharing his build. I hope that you'll enjoy playing Genos as much as we do. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Here's a video that I would recommend. Also, if you're interested in more of the hero classes, here's a playlist for that over here.